introduction, let me thank the United Steelworkers Local 1999 and Chuck Jones for endorsing our campaign for president. And I want to thank the United Steelworkers for being one of the great unions in our country. We all know that if we're going to rebuild the disappearing middle class, working people have got to stand together. We've got to fight back. That is what the steel workers are doing, and that is what the trade union movement is all about. Let me get to the point and tell you that I intend to do everything that I can to prevent United Technologies from shutting down their plants in Indianapolis and Huntington, from throwing 2,100 American workers out on the street and moving to Monterrey, Mexico, where they're going to pay people there $3 an hour. This is not acceptable. This is the kind of corporate behavior that is destroying the middle class of this country. This is the kind of corporate behavior that together we will end. The greed of United Technologies is almost unbelievable. You really can't make this stuff up. They have no shame. They have no sense of embarrassment. This is a company that in 2014 provided its retired CEO, Louis Chenevert, with a compensation package of $172 million. Oh, and he was very concerned about what happens when you get old, because he got a $31 million pension. These people are not so concerned about what happens to workers in Indiana when they get old, but they are so very worried about what happens when multimillionaires get old. And they gave him a $172 million package when he was doing a bad job. Imagine what they would have given him if he was doing a good job. This is a company that today can afford to pay its new CEO more than $14 million in total compensation last year. This is a company that made a profit of more than $7 billion last year. This is a company, United Technologies, that received $6 billion in defense contracts last year, paid for by the taxpayers of Indiana and America. This is a company that has received more than $58 million in corporate welfare from the Export-Import Bank. It is a company that in 2009 received $121 million in federal tax credits to help keep manufacturing jobs here in the United States. Today, we are sending a very loud and clear message to the CEO of United Technologies. Stop the greed. Stop destroying the middle class in America. Respect your workers. Respect the American people. What United Technologies is doing here in Indiana is what corporate America has done throughout this country over the last 35 years. The truth is that our trade policies, NAFTA, CAFTA, permanent normal trade relations with China, have been a disaster for the American worker, and I am proud to have voted against every one of these damn trade agreements. These trade agreements, all of them written by corporate America, have cost us millions of good-paying jobs in virtually every state in this country and have led us to a race to the bottom, where millions of workers now are working longer hours for lower wages. Since the passage of NAFTA alone in 1994, Indiana, this great state, has lost 113,000 good-paying manufacturing jobs. Look around this state, and you will find once vibrant and strong manufacturing towns like Gary, South Bend, Muncie, Bloomington, Indianapolis, and Evansville shattered by abandoned factories, shut down steel mills, sky-high poverty rates, and foreclosed homes. You do not need a PhD in economics to understand that our policy of unfettered free trade, where American workers are forced to compete against desperate people all over this world, have been a disaster for the people of the United States. We need a new set of trade policies designed to protect working families and the middle class, not just the CEOs of large corporations.
Let me tell you a story about Governor Pence. When they announced that they were shutting down Carrier, we also got an announcement just prior to that that our melting operation in Warwick, Indiana, Alcoa was getting shut down too. It's also moving overseas. I sent Governor Pence a letter requesting a meeting with him to talk about Carrier, Alcoa, and what's happening in the state of Indiana to jobs, because if the laws don't change, this is not going to change. So we got to change these laws. So I wanted a meeting with him, and I didn't hear back from him. President of 1999, Chuck Jones, seen him at some event, and he said, "Governor, are you going to respond to Director Millsap's letter?" And he said, "What letter?" Which I expected he would say he never got a letter, so I sent it certified, and his office signed for it. So I sent that certified in another copy of the letter to the governor. I got a response and said that the governor can meet on Mondays. What dates do you have available? I gave him 3 consecutive Mondays in a row, and Governor Pence never responded. Governor Pence does not care about the working people of Indiana. Governor Pence does not care about me. He does not care about you. He does not care about your families. Brothers and sisters, I have the honor to give you the next governor of Indiana. A man that cares about the working people and families of Indiana in their education. I give you John Gregg. Thank you. It's great to be here. Amen to that.
Indiana President Brett Voorhees,